The Poo Project is a grassroots push for dispensers and poop bags themselves to be put around downtown Frederick. There was a group of merchants who got together and had expressed the problem that they were having, and so we decided to put together a push for that. A lot of the merchants felt that it just really detracted from downtown. There were lots of specimens around, and they were being tracked into their stores and just making downtown seem less than the fabulous place that it is. Part of what the Poo Project is that we have now 19 dispensers that are going to go in, and the merchants have each pledged to take care of one of the dispensers by keeping it full and making sure there's nothing going on with that particular dispenser and paying for the bags that are going in them. Flying Dog Brewery was awesome in that they donated all of the dispensers, so now the merchants just have to keep them full and keep the bags flowing. The public can help by donating on our Neighborly site. We have a site set up so people can go right on and put their credit card in and make a pledge for the project. It's neighbor.ly, and we're featured on the first page. I think making our streets cleaner will make us seem much more appealing to visitors, and just so they don't have a negative experience of walking in any dog poop. I think Frederick is known to be a dog-friendly city. We have little stickers on our doors to indicate which stores are friendly to have dogs come into them. Most of the merchants have lots of treats in their store for the dogs, so this just kind of goes right along with the fact that we're so dog-friendly. We like to keep it clean as well.
Well, we allow up to 2 pets per home for dogs. We also have certain breed restrictions and weight limits for our pets as well. Usually we'll allow up to dogs up to 75 pounds within the community. We have a strict policy on pet owners being responsible, cleaning up after the pet waste within the communities. We provide pet stations throughout all of our communities for the residents to use. It's really convenient, so it does help with controlling residents with cleaning up after their pets. It's a really convenience for them. They don't have to worry about going out with bags. We have stations all throughout the community for all of the different courts located within the community. So there's an ample amount of stations and products for the residents to use. Well, first and foremost, we try to have a very good communication with our residents. When we get complaints, once we know or we can identify the person who has been the culprit of maybe not picking up their pet feces, we try to educate them on the importance of picking it up. There's health issues, just overall standard. It's just for cleaning up the grounds. We want to keep the grounds clean for our residents who are walking on the grounds. We have a lot of small children also throughout the community, so there's a concern about getting the feces on them, not being just clean. So we try to first talk to them about why it is so important to clean up after your dogs. And then secondly, if we have to address this issue with a resident again, they will get a formal letter. If you say it, more of sort of a reprimand letter. The third offense, then, there could be a fine, which could be assessed. And that fine can be up to about $100. It really varies on the situation. We try to not get to that point. We really do try to communicate with the residents. And then the one good thing about our community is that our residents are very proactive. And if they see someone don't pick up their feces, the dog feces, then they will say, hey, there's pet stations right over here. Why don't you do this? And most of our residents, they're very cooperative within the community, so we really don't have an issue that much of having a lot of pet feces on the ground. Well, when we started building all of our communities, which was back in 2004, and we knew we wanted to be a pet community, a pet-friendly community, one of the things that we decided were to put the pet stations in as a means of people having a way to always pick up their pet feces and not have any reason saying, well, I didn't have anything at the time with me, so we provide those things as a service to them. Well, our on-staff maintenance team here, they will, on a weekly basis, maintain the stations, empty them out. Basically, the maintenance cost, the hours of them doing it usually takes about several hours a week to maintain all the stations. Also, our cost for just the supplies of the Fido bags. You can get about a case of 250. It's going to run you somewhere around about $350 a case. And we go through quite a bit of those, but it's in the long run, it's not more of a factor of cost for us. It's more of having nice, clean grounds, nice curb appeal, and that's what's really attract people to our community. And no community is not without having problems with pet feces left behind, but in general, most people, because they are readily available, they will use the pet stations and the supplies that are there to clean up after their pets. I think it has really been evident here at this community. I know prior to us putting in the stations, we did have problems, and it, really did help with that issue. Most of when we have new prospects coming into the community and we're doing showings, and that's one of the big comments that we get from them is that, wow, this is really fantastic that you have these services and that you offer this, because a lot of communities do not. And even our current residents appreciate it as well. And for most non-dog owners really love it. We have in Williamsport, we have a location, Springfield Farms, Avalon Townhomes in Waynesboro. We have Shippensburg Commons in Shippensburg, PA, and Highlands of Green Village in Chambersburg. I would just really encourage, any property owner, as well as any municipalities, to definitely install these, because it really does help and curtail individuals from not picking up after their pets.